guys, Patronic73 here. We're here for a talking thing about the Smash Brothers Fighter Ballot and all the DLC. It's a DLC discussion. Huh, I did it there. Alright, everyone here, introduce yourselves.
I'm Captain Hammer.
I am Leaf the Draco Place.
And I'm Whatsire, the worst Smasher.
No, you obviously haven't met me.
We have one more person here.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, we do.
And I'm Silver.
Alright, so there's all of us here, and we're going to be talking about the recently announced and shown DLC and the Smash Brothers Fighter Ballot in particular for this kind of discussion. It's part of Smash Talk. We haven't done one of these in a while, so it's just kind of a very kind of casual, just talking about what we think is going to happen and like what we want to happen, what we think is going to happen, and what's already been confirmed to be happening. And speaking of stuff that's already being confirmed happening, why don't we get right into it and talk about Mewtwo? Because
oh my god, Mewtwo.
Mewtwo looks amazing!
Dude, I swear to God, I saw this. I legit freaked out.
Yeah, like, Mewtwo...
They even have his old moveset.
He has his old moveset, and for any of you that have been around the channel for a while, you guys know how excited I got when Mewtwo was first announced. During the...
Mewtwo!
That
To
one.
quote Austin, Mewtwo!
Exactly. During the 50 fact
Mewtwo?
extravaganza
Did you say
thing.
Mewtwo?
With or without nuts?
Without nuts.
Mewtwo? Mewtwo? Mewtwo!
Alright, so there was all that, and it was, I got super excited, and through the last Direct, we finally got to see Mewtwo, and as we were saying, he has the same moveset, most of the same moves. It just seems that he's been buffed from Melee. He's fitting the Smash 4 style, all that jazz. He looks more like a natural look, and his final smash is amazing, where he literally mind crushes everyone.
That was sick. I
So wait,
love that
how does
stuff.
he crush Robin's mind?
He just does.
I wouldn't call it a
Power of
mind crush, I'd
psychic
call it
magic.
It's been, I mean, doesn't he have like 3,000, doesn't he have like 3,000, an IQ of 3,000 or
I don't
something?
know. But,
it says somewhere.
yeah, something like that. But the important thing is that the final smash is actually Psy Strike. It's Mewtwo's signature move, but it's basically a mind crush. He becomes Mega Mewtwo Y and all that. Besides that, besides that, we saw some of Mewtwo's colors, where a lot of them seem to be returning from Melee. But we also got like a one where he's like kind of a blackish color with a white tail, and that looks really cool.
If they take the Zelda approach to it and make it his teleport do damage, I will main him to the moon.
They're not going to do that because they're giving him his old moveset.
Well, the thing is that you can't really say that because Zelda's didn't hurt before Smash 4 either. But something makes me doubt that they'll make Mewtwo's hurt. I don't know, just something about it.
Unless customizations.
That'll probably be a custom. That's true. That'll probably be a custom.
Yeah, the default definitely not. I'm thinking definitely the default.
If anything, I just expect it to work like Melee, except more effective. From what we've seen, if anything, Shadow Ball looks a little less powerful. Not less powerful, but like a little, I don't know, a little less underwhelming. I don't know. Something about Shadow Ball looks a bit off to me. But Teleport seems just as it was in Melee. The side B of Confusion seems a lot better because Mewtwo can act directly out of it.
Yeah, that's really cool, actually. That's really cool. Yeah. Really appreciated.
His down B disable, the thing is that he crouches down when he uses it, so we'll actually be able to hit smaller characters now, instead of just like going over like Young Link's head or something.
Or having Kirby crouch.
Yeah, or having just Kirby crouching can still like dodge almost anything in the game.
Yeah, because it's fabulous for some reason.
He just turns into a piece of paper.
Yeah, exactly. Besides that, it just seems like a lot of Mewtwo's attacks do a bit more. Like his back air seems to have a bit more power and knockback to it, especially with the sound that it's been given. The down air actually.
All the moves in the game actually just have more knockback over.
Yeah, the down air seems to spike. Like, in Melee it's spiked, but not, like, super spiked. It just kind of sent them downwards, but not at, like, a meteor smash kind of a rate. In Smash 4, it's a full-blown spike and everything, and that's cool. He still has the neutral air. Basically, he has the same moveset, and one other thing that we probably
He has the same moveset, but improved.
We should probably mention about Mewtwo is that his side B actually acts as a reflector now, as opposed to a deflector. So in Melee, if, say, you're versing a Samus, and Samus launches a fully charged shot at you, if it hits you, and you use the side B, or if she shoots it and you use the side B on it, it'll, like, go back a little bit, but then disappear, and even if it's right next to Samus, Samus won't be taking any damage. It'll just go right through her, because it still is, like, her projectile. It seems like in Smash 4, unless it's a custom, it actually reflects this time, so, like, if Samus was to do that in Smash 4, it would reflect and hit her. So
I'm really excited for that.
yeah,
that's really
Mewtwo
cool.
actually has a reflector now, and
Yeah, you seem to get. He's more buff overall, just more buff.
Yeah,
Melee,
for me personally, I'm really excited over Mewtwo because he's always been one of my favorite Pokemon, and in Melee, he was always one of my favorite characters to play as. So I'm just really excited over Mewtwo, and it's kind of funny because if you saw the reaction video that I posted up on my channel, you know that I was definitely the most
shameless plug.
Yeah, pretty much. If you guys know how excited I was over Mewtwo, but something that got all of us and caught all of us by surprise was the other character that was announced during the direct.
Oh, Jesus!
Good God!
Before we start on this,
What?
when I wasn't going to go ahead and launch into it, but when you were talking about how Mewtwo could spike, I was going to say, speaking of spike, have you seen Lucas's hair?
Have you seen Lucas's hair? That thing's ridiculous. If Mega Man touched that thing, he'd be dead.
That's the best spike in the game, man.
It's the Jimmy Neutron spike.
That's the only reason that it's taken this long to get Mewtwo out. The entirety of the staff had to work on his hair.
Exactly. They had to.
Yeah, they had to get down to the perfection of
Yeah. So
Lucas, dude, like what?
He's
wow.
back.
Hi.
And it's obvious to say that he wasn't meant to return because his B moves were given to Ness's customs, but the fan outcry was enough that we got Lucas back. It's something truly magical.
I'm actually really surprised you showed up because I don't remember like
So
I swear to God, I nearly cried.
One at a time, everyone.
I was in my bed. I legit just flopped around on my bed. I moved like all my shit. My face sheets have come off because of this. My sheets have come off that.
I almost
gotta
cried
wonder
when I
if
saw- when
this
happened.
means that Snake and Wolf are coming back as well, maybe?
Yeah,
as much as I love Snake and everything, and I know Dream, he's probably gonna be watching this video, and if he hears me say this every time I say this, he screams at me because he wants Snake in that game more than anything. But with all the recent goings on with Konami and Kojima, like Kojima's essentially been fired from Konami and had Metal Gear pried from his hands. So seeing as how the reason Snake was in Brawl in the first place is because Kojima and Sakurai are best friends, I'm not entirely sure how great Snake's chances are of being in the ballot. I'm sure, being in the game. I'm sure in the ballot he's being voted for heavily, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see him, but I'm just not entirely sure that it's likely at this point.
Yeah, I'm worried for his chances, but I don't know. I don't really mind because I never like Snake and Brawl, played as him, so.
I mean, I like Snake. He's never been one of my favorites or anything, but I like him.
To be honest, a better character that would fit for Metal Gear would be Raiden.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, like I feel like Snake has the advantage at this point, simply because he's like the. I mean, there's Big Boss and all that.
Snake has been on a Nintendo console.
Yes, exactly. Snake's been on a Nintendo console. Plus, with the I understand it's Big Boss in Metal Gear Solid 3, unless I'm wrong. I'm not my sharpest on Metal Gear Solid, but
Metal Gear Solid 3 with Snake Eater, right?
Yeah, Snake Eater.
And that's Big Boss.
Yeah, that got a port to 3DS recently. Like I think it was 2012. So
yeah,
I mean that
was Big Boss.
Did I miss that entirely? Did I miss that entirely? Because I want that.
I'm not sure if it actually came out in America. I know it did in Japan, but I'm not entirely sure. But the point is that Snake has had that recent game on the 3DS, so I mean, it gives him just about as much credibility as he did in Brawl, because in Brawl, the only Nintendo game he'd been in, or on a game on a Nintendo console, had been the port of Metal Gear Solid 1 on the GameCube. But, he has just
that
as
much... Raiden's is a sword fighter, so...
Yeah,
Raiden... No one likes them.
Well, sword
fighters. Whoa, back up for a second.
there's just a lot of sword fighters in Smash, and the thing is that,
I don't mind that. I want more.
At this point, I feel like Raiden's kind of like...
But no one uses a katana.
Well, no, that's true, but I feel like Raiden's kind of pushing it at this point. Like, I don't know, like, he's been in PlayStation All-Stars, I don't think he's ever appeared on a Nintendo console before, plus Snake's Snake's more iconic, and... Alright, regardless, let's stop talking about Snake and Wolf. Let's get into Lucas.
Yes.
He's the character we started to talk about.
Who is this Lucas you're talking about?
He's the blonde-haired kid who kind of looks like Jimmy Neutron.
Oh.
One Jimmy Neutron!
Jimmy Neutron joins the battle!
PK Brain Blast! Alright, so,
Jimmy Neutron blasts off?
I'm gonna smash ballot. I'm gonna smash ballot
off again.
All the time.
Jimmy Neutron in the Smash ballot. We'll be getting to the ballot later, but, From the trailer that we saw Lucas in, it seems like, well, we already know that in Smash 4, Ness has been given a very large buff. Ness is considered one of the better characters in Smash 4. And from the trailer that's showing Lucas, he seems to have a lot of potential. Like, through watching the trailer, and I was watching this a bit earlier to get clarification on this, his down tilt seamlessly works into his jab combo. It's an instant combo. Like, his down tilt is seamless.
Yeah, that's really exciting.
Plus, his down throw goes straight into neutral air because his down throw, it buries them in the ground for a second, then launches them up very slightly. So it leads it perfectly for a neutral air from Lucas.
That is exciting. That's exciting, honestly.
Yeah, and
as someone who actually plays Ness in Smash 4, but I play a bit of Ness, so I'm really excited to see Lucas. I'm really excited for him.
Yeah, like Lucas just seems a lot more powerful in general. His PK freeze seems to be a bit more maneuverable. His PK thunder seems to have even more stun than it did in Brawl. PK fire doesn't seem to have that many differences, except it kind of goes through a bit more super armor, it seems. Besides that, a lot of Lucas's attacks just seem a bit better. Unlike Ness in Smash 4, his stick bat thing, his forward smash comes out instantly. Whereas Ness's in Smash 4 takes like a split second, and that can really make a difference.
But the thing is, if it's as powerful as Ness's, then that would make him literally overpowered.
Something tells me that it won't be as powerful. Like, I forget what how it was in Brawl compared to Ness's bat, but
I remember no one played Ness. I think the only thing that looks like I think the only Lucas I've ever seen from Brawl is Pink Fresh. Besides that, I've seen no one ever.
Yeah, I think I just got a Skype message. I'm not entirely sure. We'll get into the ballot. We'll get into the ballot later. But do we have any final thoughts on Lucas before we kind of move on?
I was just thinking how he's gonna play because he seems like a Ness with a lot more tools. And really, yeah.
Well, Lucas has always kind of been the slower version of Ness that's more powerful. But I'm not entirely sure. Like,
really?
Yeah, I mean, well, that's what it's always seemed like.
I always considered Ness more powerful and Lucas like the one who does like more damage. Like, that's not what I meant. Whoops.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the character we all want in Smash.
What
Silhouette guy.
Like, I can see examples in both their final smashes. Like, Lucas's has more stars, not really stars, but they fall down but they do less damage. But Ness has more. I mean, has less stars and they do more damage and knockback.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not entirely sure, like, the exact percentages, but the thing about Lucas is that he's definitely slower, so I guess that always just to me, his smash attack, like, a lot of Lucas's smash attacks do a lot more than Ness's, it seems, like, especially his up smash is Lucas's, like, killing move.
Oh, yeah, then.
Well, yeah, obviously.
PK Love!
PK Love. So besides that, I mean, Lucas has an alternate costume where he has the masked man on his shirt and he has gray hair. He has one where he has Boney on his shirt, his dog. He has this the Klaus alternate one from Brawl.
People I have no idea what any of you were talking about because I don't know anything about Mother at all.
But basically, yeah, those are things about Lucas. I mean, besides that, we don't really know too much about Lucas yet, because sure, we saw a gameplay trailer, but it's kind of hard to tell because I don't know. I feel like it's hard to tell. Wait, what? Sorry?
What's the snake thing that he uses?
Oh, that's his grab. And speaking of that, his tether seems a bit
rope
longer.
Snake.
The rope snake. Besides that, I had something else I wanted to say about Lucas, but I kind of forget what it was.
That was grab.
Kumatora colors or Riot.
Oh yeah, that has to be a thing.
Kumatora needs to be a playable character. What are you talking about?
We'll get into the ballot later. We'll get into the ballot later. But besides that, I mean,
ballot or Riot.
I feel like that's our ballot or Riot. I feel like that's our little ending discussion on Lucas. I mean. Oh, yeah, one last thing about Lucas. Now I remember what I was going to say. News is that because Lucas comes out in June and Evo is going to be in July, Lucas is going to be banned from Evo because people aren't going to be able to get used to him.
That makes a lot of sense in the sense that people because I can see people just bluntly picking Lucas because no one knows the matchup for him.
Exactly.
No one knows how to play as him or against him, and probably I'm gonna see a lot of Lucases in top 8.
Yeah, you'd see a lot of Lucases in the tournament if they didn't ban him. Which I mean, it's a smart move. It's kind of sad to see a character that's so recently been announced and so beloved to be already banned, but it's not because he's overpowered or anything. It's simply because he comes out too late or too close to Evo, so it makes entirely enough sense. And something else to mention about Mewtwo and Lucas before we go on is that, first off, there will be amiibos of both Mewtwo and Lucas and any other DLC characters that come out. And I think they confirmed this to come out with Lucas as well, but at least with Mewtwo, they're coming out with a patch that includes, like, that brings Mewtwo into it. Gonna be having things like the sharing functions for like replays and Mii Fighters on the Wii U version, and there is gonna be some character balances. So Diddy and Sheik mains, hold on to your mains.
No, not Sheik. Please.
There's gonna be a balance patch. I mean, like, there's no saying exactly how they're gonna balance it, but I mean, I guess that's another topic for a different video for the
my forward air.
For the balancing and the tiers of the game. That's another discussion. But before we get into the thing that everyone kind of wants to hear...
I don't know, wait, what? I haven't noticed too much about what makes Sheik broken, because I haven't versed that many
Sheik's not broken. None of the characters are...
She's got a lot of tools to handle other characters.
Exactly.
And she's really... Yeah.
The thing is,
you got that forward air.
Other than the fact that the bomb is useless, you know.
Yeah.
I just
hope it ain't useless. Hang on, whoa, back up for a second.
I just hope that they
I find it incredibly useless. It's never come in handy for me.
I mean, like, it's only
maybe for you.
The bomb attack becomes useful when you're throwing your opponent off. Like, what I feel like it's best for is like when they're like kind of off the ledge, and then since it has a slight gravitational effect, if you can pull them into it and then bouncing fish them, I think that's the best use of it.
I've got for it, really.
I can see that.
Or just or immediately just put them in, force them to block, and then just grab them. Basically, just grab them. That's all I've got.
Yeah. Regardless of.
Besides that, the side B is very ineffective move that has a lot of options for it.
Yeah. Not to say that it was ever, like, I mean, it could have been. It was partially useful in Melee. Like, some people.
I still like the chain more.
It was never in Melee.
Like, no, the chain? What are you talking about? No, not the bomb, but like the side B that she used to have.
Yeah, the chain. Yeah, the side B in general. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the side B in general, but
the chain was way cooler.
The chain was cooler because you could flip it around, but...
Yeah, have you seen, like, Mewtwo Kings troll people with that?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's hilarious, dude.
Besides that, Matt Leaf, whatever you want to call yourself on this, the thing is that, like, none of the characters in Smash 4 are really broken. It's just a lot of them are better than a lot of them. Because, like, I feel like a lot of the... certain characters have a lot of combos built into them, while a lot of characters don't. Like, say Charizard, for example, he doesn't really have... It's really hard to get combos off with Charizard without making insane reads on your opponent, whereas a character of, say, Diddy Kong, basically, if you down throw, you have a million options of what you can do.
Because Diddy Kong is, bullshit?
Well...
Not necessarily.
Well, like, none of the characters are, like, broken, I'd say, at this point. It's just... A lot of them are better.
But the options that he has is far exceeds the other characters' has.
No.
He's mobility
is not broken. He's just hard to deal with.
Exactly.
Combo.
None of the...
He's much faster, has a lot of options, many options to get into his opponents. He's just had more than the character.
Exactly. Like, I don't feel like any character is broken at this point. Some are just harder to deal with than others. Like, I've mentioned many times on my channel, but I hate versing Rob with a burning...
Rosalina's the devil.
Rosalina's hard to verse too, but okay.
That Luca fucks everything up.
All right, we've kind of sidetracked from our discussion here, but let's just try and get back on topic. But before we get to the ballot, which is probably one of the more interesting things to talk about with speculation, there was other things announced for the DLC besides just the characters. There was the previously mentioned like the sharing functionality, and the Mii Fighters are getting a lot of new costumes as well.
Dunban.
Yeah, Dunban. But one thing about Dunban. He holds the sword in the wrong arm.
Yay.
So that arm...
They were so close. They were so close.
They were so
tried
close.
so hard and got so far. But in the end, doesn't even matter.
I had to fall!
But besides that, the Dunban one, regardless, is really cool. Proto Man probably has to be my favorite.
I won. I will love that.
Proto Man's one.
I have a gunner me, and I will make a character designed to just be like Proto Man.
Exactly. There's Mega Man X. There's Majora's Mask. There's full Link outfit. There's monkeys and cats. There's a Smash Brothers T-shirt.
That's cool. I'm really cool for that. These are all really cool options.
Yeah, they're really cool, and all for the Mii Fighters. It's a shame that Mii Fighters like still can't be used on For Glory, which makes me mad. But
yeah, I mean,
they could have I understand people would
give them neutral stats. Give them neutral stats on For Glory.
Well, yeah, I feel like what they could do is that they could just make 3 neutral Miis. Like I've made 3 neutral Miis that are just like completely balanced height, balanced weight, all the neutral moves, and they literally look like the Miis that they use to advertise the game on the website.
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
trailer. I've made those 3 if I ever want to play the Miis competitively, which...
Same, I've done it before too.
For me personally, I don't play as the Miis that much, but I mean, if I ever wanted to, plus if there's ever a tournament using my Wii U, but regardless, the Mii outfits, they are pretty cool, and I'm sure a lot of people will get a lot of use out of them for creating whatever characters they want, and it seems really cool. But besides that, the other big announcement for Smash that was a thing during the Nintendo Direct is that they brought up the newly announced Smash Brothers ballot, where they want the fans to request what characters they want as DLC characters, basically confirming that there will be more DLC characters after Lucas and Mewtwo. They want the fans to vote in to see which characters are the most popular, and the characters that are the most popular don't have a guaranteed spot in, but the ones that are more popular, Sakurai will take into more consideration, and basically the more popular
everyone's
votes.
gonna vote Ripley.
Ripley. People, I mean, it's funny because even though Ridley's already a boss, he's
Ripley,
the third.
fucking guy. I feel like an idiot right now. I just said Ripley.
He's
Ripley.
the third most voted character in Japan.
Ripley. I'm tired. I'm tired as fuck.
If I may,
Yeah.
do you know if it's gonna be like if there's
Ripley's
gonna be
gonna-
multiple
hey, guys,
characters, or if
Ripley's
this
gonna
is
be in
just
the
for
game,
one
believe it or not.
character?
Wait, I'm sorry, Silver, go again.
Does this mean that like they're gonna have like they're gonna choose like a bunch of characters based on the ballot results, or just one?
What I was about to say, what I think it's going to be is the way they seem to be going about this from now on. This is my prediction for like the future of DLC characters. Is that I feel like Mewtwo's coming out April 15th for the people that did the Club Nintendo thing, and then the 29th for anyone who didn't. Then sometime in June, 2 months later, is when Lucas is coming out. Then I feel like sometime in August we're going to be getting Wolf. I feel like that'll be the next one. And then October is when the ballot ends, and I feel anywhere from November to December we'll get at least an announcement of the first character they're working on for DLC, and we'll get into the popular choices currently in a minute. But I feel like there's going to be at least 3 from the ballot.
I have a whole list, like in the chat. I'm about to push the whole list.
Exactly, yeah. I think if your list is the same that I'm thinking of, there's this... Basically, what people have been doing is that they've been making unofficial polls for the most voted for characters in America and Japan. So, basically, just to kind of go over it, in America currently, this is the American list, the frontrunners, as this poll call them, and I'm just going to go them from from the beginning to the end. I'm not sure exactly how much this is in order, but I know for a fact the character that I'm going to say first is in the lead for both America and Japan. The character with by far the most votes currently is King K. Rool from Donkey Kong Country.
For some reason.
Then
It
it's
makes sense, but
Yeah,
I
yeah,
disagree with that. I don't
exactly.
want others.
Then I'm just going to say them on from here from now on. I'm not exactly sure if they're going from well, knowing the way this is, it's probably from left to right. So basically, this is the American list where the front runners after King K. Rool. There's the Inkling from Splatoon, Wonder Red from Wonderful 101, Chibi Robo, Isaac from Golden Sun, Paper Mario, Crystal from Star Fox, Cranky Kong, Andy from Advanced Wars, Sceptile, Impa, Geno, Mach Rider, Dixie Kong, Blaziken, Lana from Hyrule Warriors, Captain Toad, Hades from Kid Icarus, Zale from The Last Story, Halucha, Daisy, Wart from Mario 2 USA, Machamp, Black Shadow from F-Zero, Fee, Bandana D, Fossil Hero, Groose, Fawful, Pooh.
I thought you said Whack Shadow, not Black Shadow.
Whack Shadow, he's quite whack. We have Fawful, Pooh from Earthbound, Mona from WarioWare, Lanky Kong, Monita, Mallow from Pushmo, Rundus from Metroid Prime, Slippy Toad, Karate Joe from Rhythm Heaven.
Rundus?
Rundus,
People
yeah.
still care about Rundus.
Yep,
Good.
people still care about Rundus. Rundus is from Metroid Prime 3. Karate Joe from Rhythm Heaven, Chorus Kids from Rhythm Heaven, the Harmonite from Harmonite, Elite Beat Agents, Captain Rainbow, and Abraham Lincoln from Codename Steam.
Oh my god, I want Abe Lincoln.
Then characters that are already been that have already in Smash 4, so like characters like Ridley and all that, but people are voting for them anyways. We have Midna, Dylan, Takamaru, Waluigi, Skull Kid, Shadow the Hedgehog, Magnus, Tom Nook, Girahim, KK Slider, Nabbit, Ridley, Kamek, Tingle, Isabelle, and Elecman. And then from third-party characters, like the most notable third-party characters that are getting voted for the most often, we have Professor Layton, Amaterasu from Okami, Bomberman, Rayman, Bayonetta, Shantae, Simon Belmont, Knuckles, Phoenix Wright, Beautiful Joe, Feline from Monster Hunter, Cooking Mama, Shovel Knight, Slime from Dragon Quest, Chrono, Black Mage from Final Fantasy, Tails, and Banjo-Kazooie. So basically, to kind of go over the certain characters, I kind of want to go over the third-party characters first, simply because it's a very interesting topic. Where a lot of the companies, like a lot of companies for certain characters, are really pushing for their characters to get in. And one character that's not on this list, but is also being promoted by their own company, is Super Meat Boy. Or Meat Boy.
That'd be a really weird one. I'm not really for that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not entirely sure how much I feel about Meat Boy, but who's eating
they
something?
make.
Sorry, I'm eating a strawberry.
Stop.
Oh, okay. You're disrupting the video.
Doug, you dickbag.
If they can make Duck Hunt Dog like fight, then I don't see how they couldn't make Meat Boy.
Well, no. I don't mean more. Like, I'm sure they can make a moveset for Meat Boy. I feel like Meat Boy doesn't have enough of a connection to Nintendo. Like, has Meat Boy's game ever been on a Nintendo console?
I don't believe it has.
No, it hasn't.
Yeah. So. Like Team Meat's promoting Meat Boy, but then Way Forward is going above and beyond promoting Shantae to get in this game. They've made an entire thing for like her alternate costumes, all this stuff, and a lot of people seem to be with it because a lot of people like Shantae, and she's being promoted heavily. Yacht Club Games is heavily promoting Shovel Knight, who I personally want in a lot.
So do I.
Like,
for Shantae, actually, because I think Shantae would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, Shantae would be cool, and so would Shovel Knight. I'm really on for Shovel Knight. Like, I'd love it. Plus, like, it's funny, because Artsy Omni, the one who did the Rayman leak, he did his whole, like, Smashify thing on Shovel Knight, and Yacht Club Games used that to say, hey, this could be what Shovel Knight is in Smash Brothers, so it's kind of cool to think that that Artsy Omni's already...
I can dig Shovel Knight in Smash Brothers, you know?
Yeah, I can dig it. I can dig it, too. Oh, man. I think his moveset would be like some people might not know who Shovel Knight is, but his amazingness and his moveset would make up for it in spades. So I think we're gonna.
Dear God, Austin.
I trowel, so we're gonna move on to the next third-party
Yeah,
character.
you're really digging deep for those puns.
I know, right?
I would shut up, please.
There's just like a whole garden of them out there or something. But
Fuck you guys, I'm out.
Regardless, and then probably the most interesting company that's promoting their character to be in Smash, as cool as Shantae is and as awesome as Shovel Knight is. Somebody on Twitter asked Phil Spencer, one of the bosses at Microsoft, saying, hey, they're doing this thing for Smash Brothers where they're asking for characters. How do you think it would be, how would Banjo-Kazooie be a character that could possibly be a thing for that? And Phil Spencer, one of the lead bosses at Microsoft, said something along the lines of, I don't have the exact tweet with me, but it was something along the lines of, yeah, Banjo and Smash would be cool. We've worked with Nintendo in the past with rare IPs, and there's been no problem. So we're getting the go from Microsoft to include Banjo-Kazooie in this game.
If Banjo and Kazooie are in Smash, then I will cry.
I think everyone will cry.
I think they'd be a Duck Hunt clone.
Why would they be a Duck Hunt clone?
It'd be kind of similar with Kazooie, but I wouldn't call it a clone.
Like I'm pretty much everyone's convinced that one costume for Duck Hunt is a reference to Banjo-Kazooie, like the one where it's the duck is red and then the dog is a darker shade of brown. But if Banjo-Kazooie was in Smash, they'd have so many options. They're such a staple thing for the N64 era of Nintendo. The only thing, like, they fit the bill of being a Nintendo character, and Microsoft is all for it. If anything, I feel like it's going to be more of an issue of the Nintendo side of things. Like, they aren't going to want to put Banjo-Kazooie in the game because something tells me that Microsoft's going to... If they get the go on that, what they're going to do is that they're going to plan a Banjo game to be shown a trailer immediately as Banjo and Kazooie are in Smash, and then that's going to give Banjo a new thing on the Xbox, and then it'll give Xbox sales. So if anything, that's what I feel like Nintendo's biggest hesitation will be. But like, if we're disregarding that, I feel like Banjo-Kazooie would be perfect for Smash.
Banjo and Kazooie are both instruments.
Yeah, they are both instruments.
Wow, I'm surprised you just figured that out.
Banjo and Kazooie are instruments.
Hey, I didn't know anything about...
Dude, what? What's going on?
They're instruments! What?
I didn't even know
Anyways, there is
like day before yesterday.
Really?
Anyways, who is saying that Banjo and Kazooie would be like a clone, possibly? Because like there is a lot from Banjo Kazooie to pull from. the golden feathers and the backflips and stuff like that.
Golden feathers, the
Kazooie can fly.
Yeah, Kazooie can fly. I feel like kind of going off a little bit on what Banjo-Kazooie would be like in Smash. I feel like Banjo-Kazooie, like the up B could be something like they go off one of those jump pads where it allows Kazooie to fly, and then she flies for a little bit, and then they fall.
Yeah.
The Bs, they could be shooting they can be shooting eggs, like the different kinds of eggs that they have in the game. Their side B could be kind of maybe like Bowser Jr.'s, where Kazooie wears those sneakers and she runs like really fast, like through all the opponents. They have a bunch of different
they
options.
don't drive cars.
They don't nuts and bolts. Like, I'm sure that they'd have some sort of a nuts and bolts reference in there. Like, if anything, I can imagine like their entrance to their entrance to the battle. They'll like drive in on a car and jump out. Like, that's what I can imagine.
Maybe they just have the look of like nuts and bolts Banjo and Kazooie, or.
I mean, like I feel like that would be like the more likely one. But knowing Sakurai, like if we look back at Pac-Man has his ghostly
and Mega Man,
yeah. Pac-Man has his ghostly adventures design, but like in Smash they went with his classic design because that's the more iconic version of Pac-Man. And I feel like if Banjo-Kazooie was in Smash, they would go that route simply because that's how they were when they were with Nintendo. Like they'd go the classic route and make them their old designs, which I personally prefer. But yeah, like Banjo-Kazooie is definitely an option. Shovel Knight's a thing. Shantae's a thing, and that doesn't prevent.
I think that he's not gonna be in the game. He's highly unlikely, but Lloyd Irving from Cousin Phone may actually be interesting character.
Lloyd Irving would be cool, but I feel like since Pac-Man's already in the game, it's kind of a lower chance.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's unlikely, but it would be very interesting to see him in the game. Yeah. And that someone who enjoys the game, Cousin Phone, I really want that. I love Cousin Phone.
Now that I think about it, every third-party character that's been in Smash has had their classic design, with the exception of Sonic. So.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I feel like the reason is with Sonic is that he's had more games with his newer design, and at this point, if they went with the classic design, it wouldn't like make as much sense. Whereas with Mega Man, he hasn't had as many like. There's Mega Man X, sure, but besides Mega Man like 8 and 7. He hasn't really had a design change like the normal Mega Man. Unless you're counting box art Mega Man from Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
Oh, dear God.
Ew.
And then Pac-Man, I mean, I'm just glad they went with the classic design for Pac-Man, because Ghostly Adventures Pac-Man, no thank you. So, I mean, yeah, I feel like they would definitely go with the classic design for Banjo-Kazooie, and I feel like as much as Banjo-Kazooie would definitely be really cool, and I feel like would fit into Smash perfectly, would be a perfect fit, I feel like something along the lines of Shovel Knight and Shantae are more likely, simply because I feel like at this point they have like a bit more of a connection to Nintendo, like in current times, and then I feel like these indie developers, like they're already all for it. They're trying to like promote their characters by doing all these certain things.
Even the indie developers are fans of Smash.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure that the indie developers would like work with Nintendo and like reduce the man hours that Nintendo themselves would have to do simply because they want to get their character in the game. I'm sure that would be a big thing that like Yacht Club Games and WayForward would definitely try and help Nintendo with. Like, I can't see it that they wouldn't offer any help to Nintendo because of like how these indie developers are. And regardless, like having Shantae, Shovel Knight, or Banjo-Kazooie would be really cool, those three. But kind of moving away from the third-party characters because those three are definitely options, but of course, the more likely choices are the Nintendo characters because, I mean, it's a Nintendo fighting game. And before we get into the characters that are likely and what it seems, I want to know, who have you guys voted for so far?
I haven't actually voted for anyone.
Alright.
Neither have I.
I voted for people.
Can you go a little bit more specific, please?
Let's see, I voted for Isaac, I voted for Snake, I voted for... Crap, who else? I voted for Roy once.
Which Isaac?
From Golden Sun.
Okay.
What other Isaac would you be thinking of? The one from Binding of Isaac?
Yeah.
That would be the most awkward character ever. I would love that. How awkward it would be.
The Binding of Isaac was the Binding of Isaac was actually going to be on 3DS, but you know, Nintendo has their whole policy.
No, it's not 3DS.
I never heard about that.
No, it was going to be.
That's cool.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
Okay, so Nintendo characters.
Yeah, like, I mean... for me personally, I voted for like if we're assuming that they're actually like tracking our IP address and they only allow one per computer or whatever, which I seriously doubt simply because of the fact that I feel like
as hell.
I feel like if I feel like that you could use the explanation that, hey, there could be a family that only has one computer. How's it fair that if one person in the family gets to vote if there's multiple that play Smash? So I feel like that's why, as much as they're saying please restrict it to one vote per person, I have a feeling that it's really not going to make a difference because they can't use the argument that, like, hey, we could use we could use the argument that, hey, my brother wanted to vote for this character, but he couldn't because this was on. We only have one computer in our household, and plus, who's saying that my grandmother didn't want Shovel Knight in the game?
My
bitch. Oh, and it seems as if Lunar Dreams has joined us halfway through our discussion.
Yeah, my Audacity is recording, so...
You don't need to record with Audacity this time. We're recording over XSplit because a couple people here don't have Audacity.
Well,
so
I guess I'll go fuck myself then.
Okay.
Please do.
Anyways, besides that, my first character I voted for was Bandana D from Kirby.
Yes.
We did.
Somebody knows that character.
Who's doing what in the background?
He said.
I said I was gonna go fuck myself, so.
Oh god. Alright.
That's not
Dream, you're fired.
It's not
Thank God somebody voted for Bandana D.
Yeah, I voted for Bandana D for my first one because he's
Nay.
And there it is.
We just got off that subject.
So I voted for Bandana D as my first one. Then if we're considering. If we are going by the logic that people like that we can vote for multiple things because, hey, my sister wants Roy back in the game. I voted for a lot of the returnings that are in, such as Roy, Snake, Wolf,
Pichu.
Yeah, I voted for Pichu.
I want Pichu.
I voted for Pichu once.
Why? What do you
because
Pichu's so much fun.
Dream, stop being a grumpy old man. I voted for him. I voted for Snake once, and then besides that, I voted for both Shovel Knight and Banjo-Kazooie. Shovel Knight, I think I did like twice, simply because I was.
Snake.
And then I also did Bandana D twice because like, if there's any Nintendo character I want in the game more than any other one, it's Bandana D.
If there's any Nintendo character I want in the game more than anything, it's an Earthbound. Either Duster, Jeff, or Kumatora.
It's actually kind of funny because through like polls that people have been doing, I mentioned this earlier in the video, but since you just got here, Dream, through polls that people have been doing, it seems like Pooh is the most voted Earthbound character.
Pooh?
No.
Yeah, Pooh is
Why
the most
not
voted.
Why not Nintendo, Paula, or like
With Porky right behind. Porky's right behind Pooh as well.
But the only characters that would make sense to add in would be fucking Kumatora or Duster. Maybe Paul. Maybe Paul.
But what about Nintendo?
Well, like I feel like Nintendo
needs to be in Nest costume all.
I feel like that's more likely for Nintendo simply because he.
Trust me, I prefer Nintendo over all the mother protagonists, and honestly, he needs to be in Nest costume all.
Because I feel like regardless of how cool the character would end up being, if they had two characters that looked as similar as Ness and Nintendo do, I feel like people would like. Pit and Dark Pit are already cuddling the line. But
fun fact, Nintendo's real name is actually John, I believe. It's either Jack or John. And his last name was actually Joe. So then they ended up calling him Nintendo as a nickname for the joke, and then it stuck.
I'm still on the belief that like Nintendo is Ness's father and Ness is Lucas's father. Like Ness is Flint. I'm with that.
First of all, Mother 3 takes 300 years after. No, when people
when
people left on the white ship, that happened 300 years after Earthbound. So just stop.
Oh, please.
Suddenly Earthbound discussion, but I like to try and keep this on topic with the DLC. For just a minute here. But if we're going by the logic of
we're talking about Smash, please.
If we're going by the logic of the characters that are the most voted for currently, it seems evident that King K. Rool's gonna get a spot because he's on the top of both Japan and America.
Snake and Kumatora. And
by the way, the polls I read earlier.
All right. Real talk though. The one character that we all can agree on, the Groose will be loose.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I like Groose.
Okay, so King K. Rool.
So make sure to vote for Snake, Groose, and Kumatora or Duster every day.
Also, I know Matthew tried to bring this up earlier.
Groose.
Matthew tried to bring this up earlier, so we gotta bring it up now. The only true character to vote for is Reckless Silhouette Man.
No, that
I
was
tried to
me.
bring it up.
I honestly want him to be the fighter, the ballot fighter.
Reckless
You
Silhouette
disgust
Man.
me.
Reckless Silhouette
I
Man.
desperately do. Alright, because look.
He's been on all Wii games. He's on every single Wii game.
No. I'm not even gonna make those jokes. I'm gonna bring up some real logic behind it. Sakurai's a fucking broken man. He's making DLC for Smash Brothers. He's added Snake. Well, no, sorry, fuck. He's added Mewtwo and Lucas back into the game. He is a broken man. Honestly, if he deserves anything, if he's being forced to make DLC for the game, it should be to put in the most fucking bullshit joke character in the entire game.
That just pissed me off. That would just piss me off, actually. If there's
It
this whole,
would piss me. It would piss me off too, but it would also be the best thing ever, having Reckless Silhouette.
Like jokingly, yes. I don't honestly want Reckless Silhouette Man in the game,
I do.
but it. It would be like I mean I don't like in the bottom of my heart it's like yeah that'd be amazing, but I don't I don't even know that's just a thing on Twitter.
We've broken him.
But how do you guys feel about Reggie being in the game?
Oh yes, I voted for him too.
Reggie deserves him to be in Smash. Reggie is like the one true character.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted him in Smash 4 before the game was released, and they didn't put him in there. Reggie.
Dude, Reggie deserves it.
Reggie does kind of deserve it.
Yes.
Reggie is our one true god.
He's gotta kick Zero's ass. He said he would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have that, but besides
Could you
what?
imagine if it weren't just like video game characters that were being considered?
Well, then we would have
Imagine
Goku
the
and
chaos.
Shrek, wouldn't we?
Then we would have nothing but people voting. The only two people
Go Smash, guys. You sound like Gilbert John.
Well,
That
actually,
sounds like the voice of a Dragon Ball Z character,
Guys.
coincidentally.
Guys,
well, guys, if it was TV characters, some people would be voting for SpongeBob or Patrick.
Yeah. that's
Ed, Ned,
true.
Nettie.
Yes.
Ed and Nettie.
Nitty.
By the way,
Or
guys,
we would have some people from anime or something like Aaron or something. I don't know.
I know an anime character. I know an anime character I really want in Smash, but
The day anime and cartoon characters get put in Smash will be the day Nintendo's dead. That will be the day Microsoft has bought Nintendo in its entirety.
No.
I don't
great
want
voice. There will be a great voice echoing across the
water.
water.
Bold statement, buddy.
Guys, there will be a great voice echoing across the waters, booming, "The great Nintendo is dead!"
Yes.
Regardless.
Alright, now on a much brighter topic, do you think they're going to be doing a stage ballot?
I
That would
don't
be
think they'll be
cool.
doing a ballot, but I think they'll be doing it for a lot of the characters.
Because
if they did a stage ballot, then
if they do, Station Square.
Yeah, Station Square would be the best Sonic stage ever.
Except we
But
still
wait,
haven't.
Austin.
What?
We still haven't done our
What
first
about
stage.
Terminal Velocity?
Terminal Velocity is cool and all, but Station Square, man.
But Terminal Velocity.
Whatever, man. I want Station Square.
It'd be like
more
it'd be like Foresight in the beginning.
Nowhere Islands.
And then it would transform
Nowhere
into the-
Islands.
And then it would transform into Chaos attacking the city.
Exactly.
Nowhere Islands.
That'd be cool.
That is all.
Where on Nowhere Islands though? Riddle me that,
Like-
Batman.
I don't know. Maybe man, there's so many places you could be. That's the problem.
There aren't any places it could be.
I mean, it's nowhere.
The castle would be cool. And
Nah.
I mean,
maybe the room with the masked man. I don't know.
Oh, plus that's technically not Nowhere Islands.
But regardless, when it comes to the characters that are being voted the most popular currently, King K. Rool seems evident. One of the front runners for both the Japan and the American list, even though the game hasn't come out yet, is the Inkling from Splatoon.
Yes, I want Inkling.
Guys, I just realized a character even greater than the Reckless Silhouette guy.
What?
The Barrier Trio.
The what?
The Barrier Trio.
What?
from Mother 3, the Barrier Trio.
I don't even...
No. Get out of here.
Barrier Guy, Barrier Gallon, Barrier Dude.
But what about Negative Man?
Well, then we
you know how in Melee... You know how in Melee, when you break a crate and occasionally an enemy from Adventure Mode would appear and they would die in one hit? That would be the Negative Man.
That's true.
Oh.
He would be an item.
Then, so for Inkling, I mean, Inkling seems very likely. Like, I feel like they're definitely gonna put that in for, Splatoon merchandise, like, not merchandising, Splatoon promotion, regardless or not of how well they do in the thing, simply because if people like Inkling this much before the game even comes out, I'm just wondering how popular that game's gonna be.
I want it so badly.
I'm getting it.
I mean, I want it as well. It looks like a really fun game, but
yeah.
When did it come out again?
I think it's May 29th, if I remember correctly.
That's like a month after my birthday.
Then some of the other characters that are pretty high up on the list. How do you guys feel about Geno?
Yes.
No.
I want
Like I've always
Geno or Mallow. I really want one of them. Mallow is the more underrated choice, but I want him in as well.
I like Geno
again. Square Enix character. They would probably put Sora in before them, considering he's more well known.
Speaking of which, I voted for Sora and Neku.
And he would fit, and Sora would fit in the game better than Geno or Mallow.
Okay, I'd rather have Terra or Cloud Strife than Sora. I said it.
Which Terra are we talking about?
But the character that would fit in most and would be the most recognizable from Square Enix would be Sora. And again, Nintendo and Square Enix don't really like each other anymore.
Same, yeah. Neither do Nintendo.
In fact, that was the only reason why Geno wasn't in Brawl, because fucking they hate each other.
Neither does Nintendo and Microsoft.
Am I the only one that voted for Quote on the ballot?
Yes.
Nope. I voted for what I'm going to do.
Good.
I never voted for Quote, but I mean, it'd be cool and all. Like, I'm not a big fan of Cave Story, but...
You say he won't fit in,
Cave Story's in, like, my top 10 favorite games of all time. I like it as much as the next guy, maybe even more.
Who said Quote won't fit in? Who said Quote won't fit in?
That would be
You wouldn't fit in.
How?
Snake doesn't fit in
Exactly,
either,
exactly. That's the argument I bring up every single time whenever Dream mentions this.
He fits.
Snake does not fit in Smash, but he's in anyway.
He fits like a cardboard box fits in a goddamn moving truck. Fuck you.
Oh, please.
Regardless...
Quote would be more fitting than Snake, and even then I like Snake a lot. So.
I like Snake as well, but like you kind of have to admit, he doesn't fit in with a lot of the other Nintendo characters.
It's showtime! But,
Besides that, Wonder Red from Wonderful 101, as cool as he is...
You know who else doesn't fit in the game? The Pokemon that literally killed millions, blew up an island, and then planned to destroy the entire world and almost got away with it. The fucking Pokemon that literally crushes people's minds in the game. Also another character that doesn't fit in is the fucking kid whose mother was brutally murdered in front of him with a spike getting piercing through her heart, and then literally having millions dead and nearly having the entire world destroyed. In fact, they even had the entire world destroyed, but then rebuilt. Lucas is not fit in either. Who do you guess which two characters are in?
You know, Snake and Lucas actually come from very sad games, so both of them do.
Yeah, Snake fits in more than Lucas or
as much as Lucas or...
Snake fits in more than Lucas or Mewtwo ever will.
Okay, I'm not...
No.
As much as I disagree with the statement, I know Dream, and so arguing with him is not even worth it.
It's futile.
I'm a stubborn motherfucker.
So let's just
keep in mind that this isn't the Mewtwo that's in Smash Brothers isn't the same as the one in the movie. He doesn't talk as much as the one in the movie.
It doesn't matter. They still referenced the movie for his tagline, where he literally killed millions, blew up an island, and planned to destroy the world, and almost got away with it.
Except no one in Smash can talk.
Millions are dead.
Yeah, but
like, because if you remember Sunset Cemetery, they never talked. No one ever said anything.
I mean, in Smash 4, like some of them say.
Keep in mind, Snake comes from a game. Snake comes from like, okay, what kind of game does Snake come from? He comes from a tactical espionage action game where he, kills people, blows up tanks. It has guns and knives and explosives.
Exactly.
Not counting
Also, super powered fucking soldiers who are so intelligent where you could just walk around a block with them following your footsteps forever without them ever realizing.
He destroys massive machines. And, well, actually, I'm pretty sure only Raiden does that.
So does Kirby.
Kirby's different.
Kirby.
He just wants to story short.
Yeah.
Do you know what, guys? No kidding.
You know what else had guns and tanks in it? Mother 3.
Why are you complaining? You were so happy when Lucas came in here. If you don't want Lucas in the game, then stop complaining.
No, I want Lucas in the game, and as soon as he comes out, besides Snake, that's the only other character I'll play as.
Guys,
Snake
I don't think any
grenades.
character should be in Smash. They don't fit in.
No character should be in Smash.
The only character that fits in
it should just be Sakurai saying, "You want fucking Goku? I fucking quit this dog shit company." No character fits.
You know,
please understand. I cannot.
There's a difference between the way Snake and okay, in Metal Gear Solid, Snake destroys tanks with grenades and whatnot, but in Mother 3, they destroyed a tank with their fists and PSI. There's a difference. 3 people destroyed a tank with, like, their fists. A monkey destroyed a tank.
They still get shot. There is animal abuse.
Are you gonna call PETA? Are you gonna call PETA?
You said shot.
Dream, are you gonna call PETA on Duck Hunt? Duck Hunt.
You said shot, and I was like,
not allowed to be
I don't remember that from Mother 3.
Regardless, if we can get back to the topic at hand for once.
No.
It was after the secret sex scene between Klaus and Kumatora.
What?
Yeah, man, you didn't know about that?
Wait, what?
That's when everyone got shot.
That's an actual
What about,
thing.
It's not a thing, you guys!
God damn it!
What about characters like,
I've never played Mother 3, I wouldn't know.
You honestly think that
what about characters like,
Okay, I don't know what game devs do. You never know what they do. They can do multiple things that would be questionable.
Cave story.
What about Chibi, Robo, and Crystal?
If you 100% Mother 3, they have sex with the dragon.
What?
Okay.
What?
Hypothetical dragon dick.
God damn it, Lucas. Nobody's gonna get that.
Wait.
Nobody's going to get that, Lucas.
Wait.
Why did you even mention it for one?
Wait.
Whatever. Anyways, if we can get back to the topic at hand, please.
When some
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to talk here.
I know,
Don't
Silver.
you just love it when some asshole just invades the call and then derails everything?
I know. Maybe that guy should just leave.
What about Chibi, Robo, and Crystal? What about Chibi, Robo, and Crystal?
Exactly.
Yes. Chibi, Robo, yes. Crystal, no.
You got it the wrong way around, buddy.
I mean, like, Chibi Robo, like, he'd be cool and all. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Chibi Robo. If I see him in there, he's okay. Like, I wouldn't hate him, but I wouldn't, like, be ecstatic over Chibi Robo's inclusion. Crystal, I mean, like, at this point, I'm kind of in the same boat as Crystal as with Chibi Robo. Like, if she gets in, if she's not in, I don't care. Like, at this point, the only Star Fox character I kind of care about to get in the game is Wolf. But besides him, like, I could just deal without a Star Fox character being in Smash.
We all know the actual Star Fox character that should be in Smash.
Slippy?
No.
Yes.
I was thinking of like another goofy character, like what was it?
Like
the name
Goofy
of Andros is like what was the character who had Andros as like his uncle?
Oinkany? Or like
Andrew.
Andrew.
Andrew is way more useless than Slippy. Trust me.
That's true.
What you mean, Goofy?
No, we don't mean Goofy.
Goofy too.
No. Besides that, by the way, I like how the meme is so popular that they actually got Lanky Kong up to the top runners.
Good.
He has no style.
He has no style. He has no grace.
Has a funny face.
I swear to God, if Lanky gets in before Dixie or K. Rool, then I am going to throttle someone. I will throttle someone
Throttle Dream.
Besides that, I find it astounding how many Pokemon there are on this list. Like Machamp.
Why?
Quickly, let's count all six.
Speaking of Pokemon, there's so many Pokemon that like could be chosen that it's insane.
We
and
really
it's hard
don't
to
need
choose
any
from
more
just...
Pokemon after
Let's choose all 649 Pokemon.
I still want Ivysaur. I will always be with Ivysaur.
Yeah, I mean, I want Ivysaur as well, but
I thought Ivysaur was. Wait. I thought Ivysaur was a female in that game.
does it matter?
Bulbasaur tree for life.
The only Pokemon that are like confirmed like male or female are Lucario,
I think Silver might have dropped.
Pikachu, and I'm pretty sure Mewtwo.
No.
Even though Mewtwo's like genderless. I guess just Pikachu and Lucario, just because of like.
Somebody just dropped or something. I don't know what happened.
Oh, well, whatever. Regardless, besides that, certain other characters like Mach Rider has always been a popular choice for voting. Hades from Kid Icarus Uprising seems like an okay choice, but I feel like there's already enough Kid Icarus.
Hello, Pitcher.
There's enough Kid Icarus in Smash at this point.
No, Hades would be freaking beautiful.
He would be, but I feel like there's enough Kid Icarus.
Too much Kid Icarus in Smash.
I disagree.
But flamboyantly gay.
We don't have enough gays.
He's not actually gay. He's just.
I know he's not, but it's fun to just say that he is.
All right,
He
buddy.
is. Don't ruin my head.
Don't ruin my head, Ken. All right. Besides that, I'm surprised that Daisy is as popularly voted for as she is.
Wait, Daisy is being
Alright,
voted for?
here.
Wow, Luigi!
I have an argument for that. Alright, imagine everybody loves Luigi, which they do, but instead of having Luigi in Smash, we instead got a green Mario skin. That's what it's like with Daisy.
I would kill. Oh no, that would make me angry.
That's literally how people feel with Daisy and Peach.
I guess, but I feel like Daisy's like not as. I don't feel like important's the right word, but like she's not as like an integral part to the Mario series as Luigi is.
Neither Waluigi is, but everybody loves him.
Because
everyone loves Luigi because he has more.
I just want him in Smash because he would be unique.
He'd be unique.
He would
actually be part of the.
He would defeat his enemies using his sick dance moves.
He'd
also Anarchy.
Then, if I may, you know, Waluigi could also be part of the Wario series, so he wouldn't be considered a Mario character with the other Mario characters.
I get. Well, the only problem with that, as much as like that makes sense in a level that like he's related to Wario and all that, he's never actually been in a Wario game.
Yeah, but hilariously enough, on his trophy, instead of having like a Mario symbol, he has a Wario.
Really?
He may have not been in the Wario games. He has been in the main series game, though.
Yeah.
Maybe we're finding something.
Which is more than Wario could ever say.
What main game was he in?
They actually considered the
They actually considered Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix to be a part of the main series games.
Oh,
Meaning
wow.
it is fucking canon in the main series Mario games that Waluigi tried to take over the world using his sick dance moves.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know this is kind of off topic, but why did they make Wario fart when that's not even ever part of his moveset? And you could have given them like a WarioWare thing.
Because Wario's disgusting.
I don't know. They ask Sakurai. Besides that, we already know that Leaf really wants Isaac to be in the game.
Isaac.
There's Paper Mario's a popular choice. How do you guys feel about Paper Mario?
Man.
Paper Mario would be unique, and I really, really have wanted him ever since.
Could you use a word that's not unique, please?
I guess you could say that he needs a more unique word.
You know what, Austin?
But Paper Mario would be interesting as, you know, and I'm pretty sure he wouldn't even be a clone, which is kind of
He wouldn't be a clone. He has too many...
Ideal Smash 4 character roster: Mario, Paper Mario, Tanuki Mario, Gold Mario, Metal Mario, Pink Gold Mario,
Cat Mario.
Tanuki Mario, Cat Mario.
That's 2 Tanuki Marios?
Actually,
yes.
If I may, I really want the metal character. Like, I want to have all the characters have like metal skins instead of having the be metal all the time. Like, it wouldn't have the effect of metal, but like just the metal skin.
But then you would
like the chrome.
Chrome. Everything is chrome in the future.
No.
God.
Besides that, Fee is a pretty popular choice. Never liked Fee.
Yes. Yes.
I like Fee.
Fee.
Monita from Nintendo Land's actually up here, which makes me confused, but alright.
What if?
Oh, trust me, Monita could actually be unique. I'm sorry, Lee. Could be cool because like she has so many options.
Well, no. I understand why people. No. It's not the fact that I don't understand why people are voting for her. I'm surprised she's this far at the top. Like, I didn't expect this many people to be voting for Monita. Then there's Captain Rainbow, which people have been wanting in for a while now. There's the Rhythm Heaven Kid.
Toad!
Captain Toad, yeah. Who,
guys, what if Navi was a character?
That wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah.
She's already a part of Link's taunts, and like, what would she do?
That's not Navi!
What are you talking about?
Helper characters, Navi would be the least likely. At least Tattle has bumped into people.
That's true.
And then there's like Ghost Zelda. Speaking of Zelda, what about Toon Zelda?
Toon
and
Zelda?
Tetra.
I mean, like
just Tetra.
I was about to say Tetra.
No. Nico would be the next character.
Nico.
No, guys. I know it should
take
be
your
part
trash
of the,
out of here.
I know it should be a part of the next Smash update.
What?
The whole, you know how they're gonna go with the whole tattered clothing idea in Brawl?
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Think about it. Cat and Falcon, Snake, Mario, Zelda, Peach, Zero Suit Samus, all in tattered clothing.
Dream, please.
Oh, okay.
You know they wouldn't give it to someone like Zero Suit. You know that.
Looks like they're really feeling it.
No. No, they're not really feeling it. They do something they do something stupid, like give it to Pac-Man's shoes or something.
Oh no, my shoes are tattered.
I don't see why they didn't go the Project M route with having more like alternate skins.
Because
like,
that would have been nice.
Because that would make sense.
They could have had Mrs. Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures Pac-Man, but no.
I know, right? They could have done something. They could have given Luigi Mr. L and Bowser Dry Bowser and I mean, they at least they have some alternate.
That would be good. That would make a good game, though.
They at least have like Alf, and they have the Koopalings, and yeah, they have certain characters with alternate costumes, but not enough.
Hashtag Paula Kubatora and/or Duster for Smash.
It's funny because like Dream's such a huge part of the Earthbound and Mother fan base, and like I was looking into it a couple days ago, and apparently like. It's funny, because Dream fits the bill perfectly, because apparently the fan base is known for being rabid to get their characters in Smash.
Good.
Well, after you've been put in the cellar, refused to be acknowledged in existence ever since 2005, even before, since like 2000 because of Earthbound, you would be too.
Dream, you got Lucas. Calm down.
They have put us in the cellar for so many years.
Captain Falcon. Captain Falcon just looks at you. Captain Falcon looks at you and sheds a tear.
The change I want to really see with the mother characters is actually making Ness and Lucas like defensive, like they are in the games, and making Kumatora or Paula.
We just want a sip of water that isn't our own sweat and not our own flesh.
What?
I didn't know that our flesh.
We've been in the cellar for so long. We're so desperate.
Ness and Lucas could actually be unique, but they refuse to make one of them more defense-based instead of offense. Like
actually, Lucas is primarily offensive-based, and Ness is primarily combo.
By defense, I mean like counter and shield and like that kind of stuff. Or they could at least have like a PK Rocket as like an offense move, or his final smash.
I was about to say, I feel like PK Rocket would be a much better final smash for Ness.
Yeah, and it
would also be a much cooler one.
Yeah.
Besides that, I mean, like it's funny that we're talking about all these characters that are being voted in here because the game the ballot's only been here for like. 5 days now, maybe a little bit less, but it's already such this huge thing where we're already getting polls from all these different characters, and we haven't even talked about the Japanese poll, but we really don't need to go over that quite yet, even though that's probably what they're going to be looking at the most. But I know from that Goemon's actually a good, or not a popular voted choice.
Who is that?
He's from Mystic Ninja Goemon, something like that. I think the last game they had was on like N64, but I don't remember.
Can we talk about underrated ones in this list?
I suppose. Yeah. What
about? Nobody will know this character as far as I know, and I'm pretty sure I'm mispronouncing her name, but Adeline from
Crystal Shards.
Yeah, or Ribbon. Adeline or Ribbon.
Who?
As much as they're from Kirby 64, and as much as I'd love either of them,
Dreamland 3, well, maybe not Ribbon, but Adeline's also from Dreamland 3.
as much as I'd love either of them, I just want Bandana D in the game so badly.
Bandana D!
Because you'd complete the force.
You'd complete the I know what you were trying to avoid there. You complete the group of the band of heroes from Return to Dreamland. Plus, you'd have a spear wielder. You have a spear wielder, which is unique to Smash.
Hey guys,
what?
I'm scared. Microsoft Windows has stopped responding.
Oh no.
They should put Kojima in as a character.
No. Microsoft Windows has stopped responding. No, Microsoft Windows has stopped responding. Right before you leave, you see Banjo-Kazooie waving at you and running into the distance.
They should make Kojima.
And then there's another underrated choice, which is a third-party character, I'm pretty sure.
What?
Simon Belmont.
Klonoa?
Simon Belmont.
Now the thing is that
Klonoa.
I know, and the thing is that I feel like at this point, I really hate to go back to Snake because this means we're having another 30-minute like discussion about him. But as much as I'd love to see Simon Belmont in the game, something makes me seriously doubt they'd have 2 characters from Konami. And if Snake's coming back, that's already 1.
But guys,
What?
but guys,
What?
Klonoa.
Klonoa's by Namco, and Namco already has.
Just as long as it's not like Biker. No, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna get into the Castlevania judgment designs.
But guys, Klonoa can be a character because he has a remake.
Has a what now?
Yeah, he's good.
He has a remake.
Pac-Man's already in. I doubt that they're gonna have.
Yeah. Like the thing, I seriously doubt they're gonna have more than 1 character from a single franchise. Like, for as many people are voting for Knuckles, like Knuckles is by far the most popularly voted Sonic character, and as much as Knuckles would be really cool,
Playing Freak Knuckles.
as much as he'd be really cool in
Why
Smash.
not Tails or Shadow?
No,
or Silver?
dude, Shadow.
He's the fighting Freak Knuckles, and we need the stage at Pumpkin Hill.
Shadow.
I ain't gonna let it get.
Shadow is not because not Shadow because he's already an assist trophy, and
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Tails is also very heavily voted, just not as much as Knuckles.
Talus.
Guys.
What?
We're all missing the real.
Way better.
Amy.
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan.
No, guys, I don't know what you're talking about. We need to get Hank Hill.
Wait. Okay.
I'll tell you what.
If they could add Klonoa along with Pac-Man, then I'm gonna vote for Base along with Mega Man.
If they add any other, like if they were to add any other Sega character, whether it be from Sonic or any other Capcom character, whether it be from Mega Man or Namco, whether it be from Pac-Man, if they were to add any other character from that, then I'm assuring you that the flood for certain other characters from those companies would be.
But what if what if I want what if I want Klonoa though?
Well, then you're gonna have to wait in the shadows
fucking
alongside
bad.
Dream. You're gonna have to wait in the shadows with Dream.
So basically, you're telling me to become the Edge.
Welcome to the cellar, motherfucker. Enjoy your stay.
No.
I just recently got out. Mewtwo was announced pretty recently.
Well,
No. At least your game series kept the character in the games. Maybe not in Smash, but at least your fucking game series or anything relating to Nintendo was still out of the cellar.
That's true.
You don't know. We've been in here ever since the release of Earthbound in America.
Besides,
we've been down here ever since freaking Other M.
Other M wasn't that long ago.
It was.
I'm sitting here waiting for Isaac. If I don't get Isaac, I'm gonna be dead.
Wait, Other M?
Well, you're not getting Isaac.
I heard Other M.
So
What about
welcome
Other
to
M?
I heard Other M.
What about Other M?
I have an unpopular opinion about that game. I have an unpopular opinion about Other M.
What's the
Other
other?
I like the Other M, but
M.
only half of it because the gameplay is insanely good. The story and cutscenes is remember me, the baby authorization, the baby
I actually kind of like the story, but
I literally just said the entire script.
Really?
Regardless,
Yo, what was up with Fantoon though?
Fantoon was.
What was that about?
Fantoon was cool.
Why are we talking about Other M when we're supposed to be talking about Smash?
I know. I was about to
great.
jump back into that. Besides that, when it comes to Mario characters, I feel like we have enough Mario characters. But if we were to get one more, I would absolutely adore Fawful.
Fawful, I will be the mustard of your doom.
I has Chortles. By the way, the reason I nickname all my Sableye Chortles.
Yes.
I want Inkling.
Yeah, Inkling would be cool. Besides that, some of the more popular characters, of course, the Chorus Kids, who became popular through the Gamatsu leak back when Smash 4 speculation was still a thing.
Inkling could have such a cool moveset that could actually spread paint that would make you move faster. That would be really cool.
Yeah, I find it funny how many people like Inklings this much, even though the game hasn't come out yet.
Because they're adorable!
Yeah, but... And I'm not blaming you, they are adorable, but like, I'm just surprised how many
The thing I'm afraid of is that Splatoon will be not a very good game, and that's what I'm afraid of.
That's what I'm afraid will happen. I mean, like, it looks like...
I mean, I have confidence in it being a really good game, but I'm afraid it won't be.
Yeah, like, it was funny, because I was thinking about this. They're putting all this publicity into it. They're making amiibos. All of the fans are loving it. It's such a hyped up game. What if it ends up being a bomb? Like, what if
Nintendo trying to
Sonic Boom? I was actually really excited for that, and it looked cool. But then,
guess who else was excited?
And then it came out.
Guess who else was excited about it and did a day one Let's Play because he was so excited?
And then it came out, and everyone realized, oh,
it's because the entire game's budget was put toward toning Eggman's upper body
and Knuckles' arms.
You know, I'm pretty sure the reason that Sonic Boom was so bad is because of the fans, again, rushing, Sonic Boom like they did at Sonic 06.
I don't think it was the fans.
I like Sonic 06. Leave it alone.
Oh, no. Let's not get into this discussion, please.
We don't want...
Save this discussion for another time.
We'll save this for the for after we're done talking about this. But, let's start to wrap this up here because we've been going for a little over an hour. Let's just kind of try and start to wrap all this discussion about DLC up. Now, let's put all personal bias of which characters we want to see in the game away for a minute. Whether as much as I want to see Bandanity, as much as Dream wants to see Snake, as much as Leaf wants to see Isaac, let's put all that away for a second. Let's put it all away for a second. Which characters do you think are the most likely to get in?
Snake.
Okay, let's disregard Dream's vote.
Honestly, I'm with Leaf. I'm with Leaf on this. Isaac. Isaac is probably going to be really popular.
I can't.
It's either that or like Austin said, probably what's his name? King K. Rool will be one thing.
Yeah.
King K. Rool is almost certainly getting in. But to be honest, with this publicity of it coming out, probably the Inkling is quite likely.
If I had to say any characters to get in, I would say that King K. Rool is very likely. Inkling is very likely. I'd say that Isaac's very popular voted. I'm not exactly sure if I think he's going to get in, but he's a likely choice. I feel like out of the third-party characters, out of the most recognizable ones, I'd say of Shantae, Banjo-Kazooie, and Shovel Knight. As much as I love Banjo-Kazooie in there, I love Shovel Knight, and I honestly see Shovel Knight getting in before any of the other ones, simply because I feel like he has the most connection to Nintendo while still being relevant.
Snake and Banjo-Kazooie.
Then, besides...
What if they were like, oh, Banjo and Kazooie are going to be in Smash, and then they added Conker?
Dude, I love that. We haven't had a game in 15 years. Time to make our own. Time to make our own. Project Spark. Oh man, but Banjo-Kazooie would be cool. I feel like Shovel Knight's probably the most likely third party. Any other characters that I feel like are likely to get in? I feel like
Shrek is going to be a character.
Snake and Banjo.
I feel like Impa is actually a likely one simply because of Hyrule Warriors, and she is one of the more highly voted ones. I feel like we're getting some sort of a Donkey Kong character, even if it's not K. Rool, because Cranky, Dixie, and Lanky are all high up there.
What about Dixon?
Wait, what?
They could have so many better characters. They could have so many better characters.
Wait. Austin, did you say something about Dixon?
I said Dixie.
Oh, I thought you said something about Dixon, and I was about to say something.
Kitty Kong!
Besides Kitty Kong. Besides that,
Kitty Dong.
I mean, I honestly would be... I could see Paper Mario being a thing. I could also very well see Captain Toad being a thing. Once again, this is completely without my bias of Bandanity, but I feel like he is pretty likely as well. As much as I I understand that people are gonna say it's fueled by my bias, but I honestly see him pretty likely getting in the game.
without my bias, Snake and Banjo.
All right. And then besides that, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like we're going to get anywhere from like 3 to 5 characters out of this ballot. Like, I feel like we're going to get Wolf in August, and then we're going to get anywhere from 3 to 5. How spaced apart they're going to be, I'm not entirely sure. Because I was reading, I was looking up some stuff, and apparently, if there were to be, if including Mewtwo and Lucas, or no, let's just say after Mewtwo and Lucas, if there were 4 DLC characters, it would make the character select screen on the Wii U version a perfect rectangle. So I could see that being a thing, and if that was the case, based on current standings, I would expect King K. Rool. Well, I'd expect Wolf to be in August, then I'd expect King K. Rool, Inkling, and probably, if we're going the third-party route, Shovel Knight. But that's just what I predict. Besides that, and one last thing, because we predicted about who we think is the most likely to get in. One more time, let's just say who we all want to get in the most.
Inkling.
Snake.
I'm still going to be rooting for Bandanity.
It's kind of hard for me.
Yeah, exactly. And once again, if we're going if we're going third-party characters, Shovel Knight or Banjo are perfectly high up for me.
And now, before we go, I bring you the greatest moment to happen in Smash Bros. History.
What?
And E3 history.
What?
I have chat.
But we're recording a video, man.
just watch. You can edit it in later.
No, thank you. I'll be good.
No, you can't. Well, I don't think we're allowed to do that.
I mean, we're probably allowed to do that, but seeing as how this video is going to be recorded with XSplit, it'd be kind of hard. You know, I'll post a link to whatever video Dream is talking about in the description. But besides that, I had something I was gonna say.
You're gonna talk about tacos.
No, I wasn't. Oh yeah. How many kids do you think have voted for Freddy Fazbear to be in the game?
A lot.
I know that's kind of a random note to end it off on, but I felt like I'd bring that up because, yeah, it's really interesting.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. We have so many choices, anywhere from K. Rool to Bandanity to Snake to Roy to Reckless to Reggie to Reckless Silhouette Man. We have so many choices to choose from here.
Excuse you, it's Reckless Silhouette Guy.
Oh, I'm
That's
sorry.
great.
I'm an uncultured swine. I'm sorry.
You uncultured swine? What are you looking at, hockey puck?
I'm sorry. I'm just gonna cuddle by Reggie now. But besides that, I guess we're all just gonna say our final goodbyes here because we've talked for a long while. It seems like my friend Matt, or I forget what he called himself, not Matt Leaf, the other Matt that I forget what he called himself, but he left.
He called himself Mr. Boob.
I don't even know. But everyone, say goodbye. Bye.
I'm Captain Hammer.
Bye.
Snake.
God,
And I'm Patronics123.
Snake.
Are you there?
Personally, I prefer Roy, but
Snake.
Personally, I prefer the air.
Can you please just go? Oh, God, please.
all right. So we're gonna end it off here. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys on the next Smash Talk, where we talk more about whatever happens in Smash happenings. And at this point in the video, the XSplit broadcast will be muted, so I can do my little outro, depending on how much Dream will stream. But I hope you guys enjoyed this here. So, yeah. I'll see you guys next time on Smash Talk, and love you all. Bye.